This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
And I'm TiMMy.
And I'm JC.
And today is Tuber Tuesday. And for Tuber Tuesday, we always cover a YouTuber. But since I've got two guests today, I'm going to let them each talk about their channels before we get started. Since I totally ghosted TiMMy last episode, why don't we have Tim go first this time?
Aw. Well, I'm TiMMy, and I make just, random videos. Cover internet happenings, interesting people and things, and, it's about it. Things that I find interesting. Maybe you will too. Maybe you won't. There's just no way of knowing.
I'm picturing that song from Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. There's no way you're knowing. Anyways, go check out TiMMy's stuff. Definitely go check out. He's got stories from history. He's got stories from internet stuff like world politics. He's got stuff about current
Stuff
world
about,
issues and the televangelists solving them. Whatever your fancy. How about you, JC? What do you do?
So my channel, basically, I do film for the shorter, little bit less common projects, but every single week on YouTube, I'm streaming a video game. Right now, it's always having something to do with zombies, but in the future, I'm probably going to start branching out and just playing different video games that people want me to see. But I'm always just so proud of the short films and just making film in general.
Yeah, definitely go check out his short films and you got a whole season of zombies videos that you did.
Yeah.
So, also a 3-time world record holder, Call of Duty Zombies.
You what?
Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
I'm not.
But today is not about TiMMy. It's not about JC. It's not even about me. It's about the Completionist. I'm not sure how long you guys have been watching him, but I'm going to rattle off some stats here for everybody else to hear before we launch into some discussion. So, the Completionist currently has 1.32 million subscribers. That's quite a few. And in his About Me, which we always look at, it shows that he has almost 220 million views. That's a lot of views. Originally joined YouTube on January 5th, 2012, and originally, as you'll see in the URL to his channel, it was called That One Video Gamer. That was the original name of the channel before he rebranded as The Completionist. I'm not going to get into the backstory on that because I know it's a little bit spicy and we're not going to talk about it. But the description of his channel is Gerard Khalil, I think I pronounced that right, is not just another social media influencer, he's the Completionist. Gerard doesn't simply beat a game, but complete it, and has been doing so every week for the last 8 years. Through his cultivated skills as both a theater and film major, Gerard produces premium content using cherished classics or brand new games. Join Gerard as he shares his journey of completing and celebrating hundreds of video games. And then he's got some information about his team and, sending stuff to the Completionist. So that's cool too. What is he known for? In my mind, when I created this outline, I wrote down that he's known for finishing games to 100% completion status. He is known for his top 10 video game lists of varying quality and varying, subjects and topics. And he's generally a very charismatic man on the internet, very likable guy in the gaming community, very positive guy in general. He very rarely goes negative in a video, and when he does, he usually has good reason for it. So, what is the Completionist's first or usually oldest video on the channel? Because a lot of us, delete our first videos because not necessarily the quality we're used to. But his first video on the internet that still exists was from 5 years ago, and it's called Excellent Games That Don't Exist. I thought this was kind of an interesting video, especially since literally the whole point is games that don't actually exist. So
I think it's interesting that in his description says he's been doing it every week for 8 years.
he had to pull a bunch of his videos down. That's why was not going to get into that portion.
I missed that part.
Yeah.
Oof.
Anyways, so yeah, these are apparently games that don't exist. I thought it was an interesting video to be the first video on his channel. Kind of like when we covered Peanut Butter Gamer, and his first video was just kind of an oddball topic, like top 10. It was like top 10 somethings, and it was like something you would never think of. It's like, oh, So excellent games that don't exist. It's an interesting topic that not many people were probably covering in 2014. So,
Good
what is
choice.
his most popular video? You guys got to guess without looking at the screen.
Memorize the script.
It's actually something I wasn't expecting. The third highest video I kind of expected, because even like Arlo, one of his biggest videos is Breath of the Wild. Now, what's different between Arlo and the Completionist is this dude took it upon himself to literally collect every last thing in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, including the over 900 Korok seeds. And if you watch the video, he gets very angry about the fact that when you collect all of them, it basically does nothing for you. He was like, "This is pointless!" It was so great, like just watching him just like, "Argh!" But his actual most viewed, most popular video is a music video, which it appears that a lot of these big YouTubers, when they make something musically, somehow it becomes their most popular video. People just like music and they can listen to it multiple times and still get entertainment out of it. Whereas like a video where you're completing a video game, I bet there's at least a few less people willing to watch that video multiple times. You know, once you've seen it once, you've seen it all the way through. So this is his most popular video. Big Bad Bosses B3 Angel official music video. And he's done several of these. This is the 2016 one. He did one in like 2018 too, and probably the other years that I just didn't. Whoops, that's oldest. I want most popular. But that's not really what he's known for. His content is like I said, the completion, the 100% completion stuff. So before I literally drone on for another 10 minutes and don't let you guys talk at all, why don't you tell everybody what you like about his channel?
Go ahead, JC.
His channel, I think the main thing I can get out of his channel is it allows me to live vicariously through him. I'm not a completionist. I think I've completed like 2 games 100% in my life, and one of those was a game that if you beat the campaign, you get all the achievements. So having someone who's willing to beat the game, tell you what you get for doing everything, and put in that time and effort to make it accessible is an admirable trait.
I agree with that 100%. I can tell you one of the games I did complete 100%. Pokemon Blue, 151 Pokemon. Found out that, and if I would have watched this video on it, I probably wouldn't have went through the painstaking effort of tracking down another cartridge, trading Pokemon back and forth. But all you get is a little certificate in, I think it's Celadon City, in the marketplace building that says, "Congratulations, you've collected all the Pokemon." And I'm like,
You did it.
yay! So there's that. But I also appreciate his top 10 videos. I don't know if you've watched a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was actually expecting I mean his most popular video was about bosses, but I thought thinking about a top 10 boss video would have been a lot higher up than it was, because people like those types of rankings. I was surprised that it didn't go up there.
like something like Best Games of 2019 gets 500,000 views, but here's the thing. When you do a top 10 of Best Games of 2019, Best Games of 2018, by the time you hit 2021, nobody's thinking about 2019 anymore. You know, very few people go back and watch that video.
That's very true.
And then when he releases Best Games of 2020, by the time you hit 2022, same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these videos are evergreen, especially his completionist content. So, for example, Super Mario Sunshine. That's an evergreen video. I mean, he made this video a week ago. It's about a game that came out on the GameCube. People still watch this. 260,000 people in 1 week have watched this video. It's clear that Mario, even old Mario, draws a wide appeal for people to watch the video. The Completionist channel is an evergreen channel. People can come back and watch the content anytime, any day, any year. Except for some of his videos, like, say, top 10 video games of 2019. People are not likely to go back and watch that necessarily. Or my reaction to the PlayStation 5 reveal event. He puts these in every once in a while, right? Oh my gosh, he did Combat Evolved. I'm gonna watch this at some point. I'm so excited to go back and watch this now. Holy cow. That is awesome. Game, dude. One of the first, what I would consider mainstream games with any kind of zombies in it, right? The Flood. So, anyways, the Completionist is full of games of all ranging varieties and everything you could think of. I mean, anything from Halo to RPGs to JRPGs to Mario. Like, this guy covers his variety of games. His variety is a strength, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Big time.
So, what are some things? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say he's just a likable character too. You know.
Oh yeah.
Good persona, charismatic guy.
As you say it completely uncharismatically.
I know.
He's a cool guy.
Getting a headache. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're good, man. Push through it. We'll be okay.
Push through it. Understand.
Get there.
All right. So, what are some things that the Completionist could potentially do that would increase his viewership or make himself even wider appeal? Is there anything that you can think of?
Does he stream anywhere at all?
If he streams on Twitch or something, maybe.
I believe he's got Super Beard Bros.
He does. Yeah. I mean, no, then I can't think of anything.
Super Beard Bros is different. I thought it was.
I think he's the strength of being. He has the strength of being a channel where what he covers is always, like, it's always gonna have a place.
Mm-hmm.
People will always want to see a game being 100%ed. And so what he's doing is something that I don't think necessarily his formula needs to be improved upon.
Yeah, super transparent what he's doing, what he's about. I mean, and just like Chris just did right there, he's scrolling through his videos like, oh no, he did this, like I gotta watch that. Like that's exactly what he's trying to do. If you look through his videos, you're gonna find something that you've played and probably didn't 100% and be like, oh, I'll watch this, see what he did here.
I think he's slowly finding his stride with producing more content that's not necessarily the full-blown videos that he does. Because if you look, he's got an Assassin's Creed Valhalla first look video. And then before that, he's got Braid, Time Means Nothing. That's a Completionist video. Then he's got the Super Mario Sunshine, then Top 10 video. So I know a while back, he put out a video that said, my channel is slowly dying, and I can't figure out why. And I think this is his answer to that. He's come up with these shorter, or maybe not shorter, but far less edited reaction videos in between his main big Completionist videos, also throwing in more top 10s, kind of some random discussions in there. I think the fact that he's varied up his content to produce more videos more often has helped his channel regain some of the following that it had years ago. So he's definitely on the upswing again, which is good. I'm happy to see that. And maybe he could have used this review video a while back instead of now. when he was trying to figure that all out. He's got a huge community presence, so I can't really fault that. His thumbnails are amazing. Sometimes his thumbnails are hard to read. That's maybe my only complaint. Like this Kingdom Hearts one, I can read the Completionist, but like Kingdom Hearts, I have a hard time reading that specific word when the thumbnail gets shrunk down. But you can always tell it's him. Like the art is always him. The beard, the hair. You know,
right.
You can even on SpongeBob. I love the artwork on his channel.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, he's one of the people where he's the one like heading the video, but like the thumbnail is done by someone. I think he has someone do audio and stuff like that, and
yeah,
he's one of those channels that's kind of progressed into. He's got this huge amount of, I wouldn't say huge amount, but he's got a good amount of people backing him, and that allows him to capture a bit more magic with everything because he gets to focus on completing the game, and someone else gets to focus on making the thumbnail magic, and someone gets to focus on just each of them can pitch in and make the channel more than one person ever could.
Yeah, that's totally like if we ever got to a point where the channel was big enough, of course we would have somebody doing thumbnails for us, and I wouldn't be continuously doing them on MS Paint, regardless of how magical that is. But you could, like, it's just so clear his branding, and I can't take anything away from him other than occasionally I see on a thumbnail where I have a hard time reading it, just because the thumbnails get shrunk down so far, and the font is thematically matched to whatever's going on in the background. Like in Sekiro, you can see it's the Sekiro logo, or Twisted Metal. That's just a hard one to read to begin with. It has nothing to do with the Completionist. It's just that is just a hard title to read the way Twisted Metal's actual font is done. Whereas like Tetris 99, the logo is really easy to read, you know? So, like I said, I have nothing against his thumbnails. I love them. I just think that some of his thumbnails are hard to read, that's all. I think it'd be cool to see some more collabs by some of his Normal Boots collaborators to begin with. Like maybe get some more videos with Peanut Butter Gamer in there. That'd be kind of cool to see some of that. But other than that, I don't really have a good recommendation for him. I just really enjoy his content. I enjoy the format. I enjoy the flow to his videos. And I think he's a super likable guy, and I'd gladly have him on the podcast. You know, hint, hint. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on, so he probably doesn't have the time for it. But if he did, I would totally love it. So here's the fun part. What are our predictions for his channel going forward?
I would say he's just one of the channels that's on. Sadly, I wouldn't say it's a very large increase, but I'd say he's going to be one of the channels that's always going to be steadily increasing, and he always has a really, really strong group of people behind him, and that's going to make him not necessarily be the top of YouTube, but it's going to make him last the test of time.
Kind of like an AVGN who's just still around after all this time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That channel will never die. And he's probably ingrained. Like when you think of completing video games, you go right to the Completionist, right? For the most part.
It's his niche.
Yeah. I bet you he hits 1.5 million subscribers by this time next year. At the latest.
That's fair.
Unless he hits like some random super viral Completionist video.
Yeah, you can always hit gold.
But I think if anything else, he'll hit 1.5 by this time next year, and probably 2 by the following year at the least. You know, he's just a steadily growing channel that'll always steadily grow. He's got the evergreen content to support it. People are always going to be discovering his videos. Like, hey, how do I do this in Breath of the Wild? Completionist. How do I do this in Super Mario Sunshine? Completionist. It's a guy that can tell you exactly what it's going to take. You know, even Persona 5, he completed that, which that's not a fun one to do if you're trying to like just complete the game. You know, like I would not take that on myself anytime soon. But RPGs in general just take a lot longer to complete, especially given his output.
Right.
So
1 a week, that's crazy.
yeah, I mean he tends to slice in like some smaller ones that he can do quicker while he's doing a bigger one in the background, like Breath of the Wild. I have to imagine that was like
no way in a week.
Couple months.
Anyway, Gerard, love your channel. Love to have you on the podcast sometime. Hopefully we just keep seeing your channel go up. You know, 2 million, 10 million, whatever. As always, I'm Chris.
And I'm TiMMy.
I'm JC.
And we will see you
on the next CHRILLCAST.
Bye, guys.